part 2 of our first Once Upon a Storytime.
Yeah.
The story of how we lived happily ever after.
We're still living.
How we're living happily ever after. We got married on September 3rd. That's our anniversary. 2017.
Last year was about what? 4 months ago?
5 months ago. That was on a Sunday.
On Sunday.
So let me start by saying this. This was our plan. We're gonna drive down Friday with our friends, just do 3 parks Saturday with them. Sunday we get married, and then Monday and Tuesday we were just gonna chill, have a little fun at the Polynesian, and then Wednesday we were gonna go to the parks, and Thursday we were gonna do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So many pictures, so many fun pictures, yay! Okay, so Tuesday, Sheldon was working at a car dealership at this point in time selling cars. Tuesday, he took my car to get not an appraisal,
Oil change.
a checkup. He took it in to make sure it was okay. So everything was good. They gave it an oil change. They're like, you need new tires. Everything else is good. Brakes are good. Everything's good. I called around Tuesday. Pet Boys had decent prices. I had gone there before. They'd helped me out before. So I called Pet Boys. I was like, this tire, the set of tires on your website says it will be this amount. Is that true? Yes, they say. I said, I am leaving Friday at 1. If I bring it in at 7 a.m. when you open, will it be done by 12? They were like, yeah, no problem. Sheldon takes it Friday morning and he calls me and he said, how much did you say it was gonna be? And I told him. And he was like, they're saying it's gonna be about $200 more than that. So I checked online again. I was like, no, show them this screenshot. So first off, that rubbed me the wrong way. Like, you tell me it's gonna be one price and then bump it up. So they're like, oh, okay, well that's a promotion code or something. So everything worked out like that. Sheldon gets the car from the place. He's like, a light came on, but now it's off. I was like, all right. Well, I'm sure that it had something to do with them changing the tires. Okay, so I get home. I got home at like 1:30. I had to take, what did we have to do? Get our stuff packed up, go get my friend Kelsey at 3 when she got out of classes, go to Tuscaloosa to take the dogs to the vet, head to Orlando. We were gonna be on the road to Orlando by 5, get there about 2 in the morning, have 6 hours of sleep, hit the parks. As we were driving somewhere to get the car washed. That's what we were gonna do. We were gonna get the car washed, clean out the car before we left, and it just felt like the brakes were not working, and it was making a weird noise, and they just weren't working very well. So I called Pet Boys and I told them what was happening, and they were like, okay, we'll bring it back in. We bring it back in. I still don't know what exactly locked up. Something locked up in one of the tires. They didn't have the part. They would have to order the part. After like a little while of me like, no, this is serious. I can't wait. They're like, okay, well, we'll rent you a car. I'm in tears because it is now 4:30. The vet that we are boarding our dogs at closes at 5 and is an hour away. So at this point, I'm calling that it's Labor Day weekend. There's no space in the inn. Sheldon was like, give him a sob story. So I did. And one vet was like, oh, okay, we'll do that. It's twice as expensive, but whatever. We go, we rent the car, we leave there, we leave Birmingham about 6. We still have to go to Tuscaloosa in order to pick up Kelsey's boyfriend, because he goes to Alabama as well. So we go pick up Sam and are on the road headed towards Orlando at like 7:30. I just can't even describe how bizarre that whole day was. It was like, that just doesn't happen. makes for a really good story, and I'm kind of glad now that it happened because it just makes for a really great story. But I mean, we drove all night. We got there at 5:52. We almost did not get our check-in because our check-in to the hotel ended at 6 a.m. So we get 2 hours of sleep. This one didn't get any sleep. Didn't sleep at all.
Didn't go to
2
sleep.
hours of sleep. Wake up. Get a Monster. Get an energy drink. And we were in the parks from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. I'm not an all-day parker. I'm an afternoon rest kind of parker, and I have been. I don't stay in the parks all day, and I don't have the energy to. And I think God gave energy to me, to all of us. I don't know, it was bizarre. I had more energy that day than I had ever had at a Disney park, and we were there for 14 hours. After 2 hours of sleep.
No hours of sleep.
Sheldon didn't get any. So Sunday was the wedding day. Here's where the fun happens. I get up, Kelsey and I and my mother got our nails done and pedicures and got our hair done. We got married at the Grand Floridian. We had like our celebration. Like, my dad's a pastor, so he married us. We had our celebration at the Grand Floridian. We get there, and I understand you're not guaranteed check-in until 4 p.m. But I've never not once not checked in Disney before 4 p.m. So we scheduled a photo shoot at 4. Our room wasn't ready at 4. It wasn't. It was not even ready at 4. We had to change in the bathroom at the Grand. So I'm changing into my wedding dress. He's changing into his tux. It took him longer to change than it did me. Just throwing that out there. My like lace-up wedding dress that broke while we were lacing it up. So we like run to our photo shoot. It was so much fun. And it's the Enchantment package, I think, and it's Disney Fine Art Photography, not sponsored. We weren't like, it wasn't technically like wedding pictures, but they allowed us to wear our gown and tux. So I mean, you could go like recreate your wedding pictures or something there.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I mean, I don't know that I've seen prettier pictures ever.
My tux that I had, you know, most tuxes have handkerchiefs. We couldn't get my handkerchief to fit right. So in like several of the pictures, my handkerchief is like folded.
Yeah,
and stuff
it's like
in there,
the journey of the
bunch of different ways.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So we get our pictures done. That was at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5. We get back to the room. My dad had called the Grand Floridian because one of the air conditioning units were loud, or I don't know, something was going on. Because we had late check-in and there was something going on with it, one of the air conditioning units, because there are more than one in the Grand Villa. They gave us this like appetizer spread, and it had wings, and we had wings and like a fruit plate and drinks and stuff. It was sodas, but I mean, it was very, very nice of them. Our cake was from Sam. We had like 15 people there. We wanted a wedding cake. We didn't need a, 150 person wedding cake. So Sam's, if you're a Sam's Club member, you can get a wedding cake there. It was $65. It fed like, I think 60. It was very pretty. It's not the best tasting cake I've ever had in my life.
It was delicious to me.
It's not the best wedding cake I've ever had. I'm just gonna say that.
I had a lot of wedding cakes.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful cake. It was perfect for the situation. Kelsey and Sam were going after all this stuff while we're getting ready. So they got the cake. Kelsey went by Trader Joe's. I don't know if you know what Trader Joe's is, but it's kind of like a little grocery store chain. And got the flowers for a bouquet. She just picked out flowers. We got Olive Garden for our food after the wedding. So it was just very intimate. We had just very immediate family, like parents and grandparents. That was it. I walked out to the shower music. My dad, who was the one that was like kind of officiating it again, didn't bring his shoes, so he's barefooted.
Was he really?
He was barefoot.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he was barefoot. We took pictures. We ate. We kind of socialized a little bit. Cut the cake, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. And then at 9 o'clock, when the fireworks were happening at Magic Kingdom, we had a view of those from our balcony. So we just all went outside and watched the fireworks, and then everybody left. It was so magical. And I understand people wanting to have big weddings. I do, I get that. But, I mean, it was just so special. And then, because we didn't want people to be offended, we had a reception back home. It was just really nice. We had our nacho bar. We had a little dessert table. I had made macaroon. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was a fun time. It was stressful.
It was very stressful. I was actually late to our wedding reception.
Yes, he was an hour late.
I was.
I mean, I'm like, I promise Sheldon's coming. Like, he's already left me.
She's making jokes, but I was actually late because I was actually working a deal of selling. I was still selling cars.
It was his first car, I think.
Yeah.
I'm glad he showed up to our reception.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, the Disney thing, I mean, like I said, a Disney wedding, for how much people pay for weddings, it's not that expensive. If you can't swing it, I'm not saying like we couldn't swing it, but like there are alternate things that could happen, like get married at the courthouse, get your pastor to marry you in front of your parents or something, and then bring a few of your
unless
closest,
your pastor is your parents.
Unless your pastor is your parents.
Yeah,
and then bring some of your closest family and like your best friend to Disney World and rent a grand villa. It doesn't have to be the Grand Floridian. Venues, I looked at venues in Alabama and there was not a venue in Alabama that cheap. And that's Disney World. So, and we got to stay there that night. So it was like a hotel room the night too.
Spent the part of the next day at the Grand, like by the pool and everything.
Like it was frugally fancy. Frugal fancy.
Fancy for the frugal.
Yeah.
But
it was beautiful though. It was wonderful.
And 5 months later.
5 months later, here we are.
Here we are on this lovely Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely.
So I'm sorry I kind of took over that whole video.
No, it's fine.
Like the wedding's a woman's thing anyways.
Yeah. And then the guy just sits here, like the guy shows up, looks nice, or sits here, looks nice.
We are going to go have a fun Valentine's date, and we wish you a very happy Cupid Day.
Live, laugh,
love,
and love for Valentine's Day. This has been our first edition, the part 2 for our series, Once Upon a Storytime. But
we're still doing a giveaway.
Yeah, we are.
When we reach 100 subscribers, we're giving away the very first Pirates Cove version of Disney Treasures by Funko Pop, the box.
Yes, we still have it.
We still have it from last year.
Yeah. So subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe.
Let us know your favorite Valentine's candy. Gift. Your favorite Valentine's gift.
Yeah, there may be something else in store Valentine's Day other than just this video. But other than that, we will see you soon.
Happy Valentine's Day!